Hello, and thanks for tuning in to this video about how to actually upgrade your lifestyle, increase your quality of living, and just generally have a better place to live, all at the same time as when you're downsizing your current house. I'm Micah Olson. I'm a real estate broker in Utah. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel if you want tips and tricks and ideas about enriching your life and building wealth through real estate. Be sure to stay tuned for this entire video as I have a step-by-step guide on how to upgrade while you downsize. There's a lot of reasons why people want to change the house that they're living in, to downsize the house that they're living in. And sometimes this gets a little bit of a negative connotation because we don't necessarily want a smaller house per se. We just want a better quality of life. Sometimes maintenance is too much on the house that we have. Sometimes the yard work is too much. Sometimes we're looking at financial reasons. Maybe we want a lower mortgage payment or lower utilities or less property taxes. A lot of times there's elements of the home that we don't like. I just downsized and upgraded my house for this reason. I didn't like some of the spaces where they were at. I didn't like some of the things about the home, like the numbers of stairs and the master bedroom location and things like that. But a lot of people just don't know that you can truly upgrade while you're downsizing. So here's how to get started. The very first thing that we need to do is put some time and thought into what we want to change about our house. And this can be a process. You're not necessarily going to sit down with a what I like and what I don't like list, and after an hour of thinking about it and talking about it, you have your finalized idea of what you want your house to be. This will be an ongoing process, but we have to start somewhere. So start with the inside of your house. What do you want more of? What do you want less of? What would you like to rearrange? What would make this house match the lifestyle that you would truly like to have in the home that you're living in? And remember this rule, it's okay to make some of your house bigger when you're downsizing. For us, we wanted bigger gathering spaces, and we had little sectionalized rooms around the house that we just weren't really using. So we got rid of all of those and designed a home that had bigger gathering spaces. Next, we want to look outside. Do you want a bigger yard? Do you want a smaller yard? Do you want better entertaining areas or areas to relax and enjoy? Do you want more trees? Do you want less trees? I just talked to somebody yesterday that bagged over 17 bags of compressed mulched leaves. That's a lot of trees that they're cleaning up from. So think about the exterior of your lot. And obviously you can't talk about real estate without talking about location. Everyone says location, location, location. Do you want to be closer to the action? Do you want to be closer to dining and entertainment and shopping and work? Or are you close now and you want to be a little bit further away? Are you looking for an area that's quieter? Are you looking for an area maybe near parks or walking trails or mountains or recreation? Think about the ideal type of location where you would want to live. Keep a document somewhere that you can access wherever you're at. If you go and you walk through a house or you're driving down a road and you think, oh, I want this with my house, maybe have a Google Drive doc or something that you can just jump onto your phone, put some notes in, and keep a running, evolving idea of what you want this next house to be. One of the major things that stops people from going any further than the planning and the dreaming stage is sticker shock on the prices. Over time, historically, real estate has always gone up in value. And sometimes we've been in our homes for a while and we think of it kind of, we know it's worth more than we bought it for, but we bought it for this X price, and now we go out and look at other houses that are supposed to be downsized homes, and we think, holy cow, this is an expensive house. But when we really look at the value of what our house is that we're currently living in, and we do the math, often we can get a downsized house that's a better fit for our lifestyle, that we're not paying for unused areas and features and locations, and we can save money, even though the purchase price of the new house is more than what we thought it would have been back when we bought our old house. So set up a valuation on your house, have a trusted real estate professional do this for you. somebody that has your best interest in mind and that has experience in the marketplace, understanding what the value of your house would really be. And now you've got some numbers that you can use as a foundation as you're going out and looking for other houses. Because the next step, after we've researched and understood values, is to start learning. The next thing we're going to do is set up an automated search that will drip properties to you as they hit the market. And I have some very specific ways that I recommend that you do this for now. And this is assuming that you don't have a hard deadline where you need to move in a month. If that's the case, we need to escalate things a little bit quicker. If it's not the case, which is where most people who are thinking about downsizing and upgrading are at, you have a little bit of time to formulate your wants and needs. So set up an auto search with a lot of the features that you want. You know, I know that I want at least this many bedrooms. I know that I need to be in this general location. I know that I want a yard of this size. I know that I want this many car garage. Set that up and be very generous with your top end price. We're not trying to push, we're certainly not upgrading the price when we talk about downsizing the house, but upgrading. We're upgrading the lifestyle. So I'm not saying push your price up higher necessarily, but what I want you to see is, and what we're learning is, for the type of house I want in the area that I want, what are general ideas on price? What that will do is help you to see features that you hadn't thought about that you want in a house, and that you can then take and add to this evolving list of what your perfect house would be. And it will start to customize you to general pricing and a price range of what this new house might cost. You'll learn about new things that you didn't know you want, things that you didn't know that you dislike, things that you want to add to your list, and it will be an ongoing learning process of the type of home that you want to upgrade into as you're downsizing. Then you can adjust your price to match your wants, and you can adjust your wants to match your price. As you're working through this process of figuring out this ideal home for your new lifestyle, it's time to start talking with a loan officer. And I would highly recommend using a loan officer that is recommended to you by a real estate professional that you trust. They'll know how to get loans done. They'll know how to get them done on time. They won't overcharge you in fees. And they'll be able to present you in a very, very good light to sellers once you're to the point of offering on a house. Now, we're not quite to that point yet, so why talk to a lender? I've seen a lot of people that have little things on their credit that they can do to get a better interest rate. Sometimes people that have stellar credit that had something pop up a year ago that they don't even know about. So it gives you time to correct anything like that and maximize your savings through getting a good interest rate. It also helps you to understand payments. You know, what is my house payment going to be if I have this much money down from my house, but interest rates are here? And it'll start to help us understand, okay, yes, I'm truly downsizing my payment, or no, I'm not. It's going to be a little bit more of a payment, but I'll be downsizing in other ways. And this is an important step to talk to a lender, because for a lot of us, when we think of downsizing, one of our primary motivations is financial. That's not always the case. Sometimes it's more of the maintenance and things, but having this step in place early on is highly recommended. One of the first things we want to look at in this phase of the downsize upgrade is our timing. Do we have a hard deadline? Do we have an ideal deadline? Or are we just kind of, you know, we'll make this move when the right homes come up? That will be very important as we start to map out a road plan of how to get where we want to go. One of the ways that you can make and save a lot of money when we're doing this is to maximize what we're selling your home for and minimize what we're paying for the new house. So I recommend having your real estate professional do a walkthrough of your home with you, even if you're a year out. And let's have a conversation about the things that you can do to increase your home's value. And if we've got enough time, it will cost you a lot less money to get these done. If there's some painting that needs to be done, if there's some refinishing that needs to be done, if different elements of your home can be upgraded to maximize your profits when selling, it's nice if we have time to do that. And if you're handy and you like doing those things yourself, now you've got time to go in and do a little bit of work each week. And by the time you're ready to go, your house is ready to go. But look at your timeline, look at your abilities, and look at what you want your lifestyle to be like as you're prepping your house, and consider, am I doing this myself? Am I hiring someone to do all of it? Or am I doing a hybrid of those parts? I had a family that had a hard deadline to move, and they were downsizing, upgrading. They wanted more land and a barn and things like that. They didn't need a lot of the elements of their house. They had a kind of an unused basement apartment and things that just wasn't needed. She was expecting, and they wanted to move before she had the baby. And they had several months. The husband was phenomenal at finishing work. I mean, he had redone their kitchen and redone baseboards and trim and paint, and he was finishing a portion of the home himself and doing excellent work, but it was becoming stressful. He still wanted to be involved, but I helped him work with some hired labor that came in and did a lot of the mundane work, and he still worked on the finishing, and it was a great thing. So as you look at this roadmap of getting ready to sell, consider, how much are you doing on your own? How much are you going to hire? What's your budget? What's your timing? And it will make that process very smooth. And then decreasing the price of the home that you're buying. As you start looking at houses, watch for motivated sellers, work very closely with your real estate professional, and find ways to get a lower price on the house that you're buying. I have other videos talking about a good presentation and good negotiation skills when you're working with sellers. One of those is how well you present yourself as a buyer and how good of a job your lender does presenting your qualifications. We can talk about that when we get there. But now it's time to act confidently. You've done all this work, you've done this research, you know what you want your house to look like, and now it's time to act. And that's when we pull all of this together, and your real estate professional will help you get this done, and you truly can downsize your house but upgrade your lifestyle at the same time.